What's up, Digidestins? Did you hear the bell? That means it's another day in the market watch. So without further ado, let's talk about cards going around with, you know, time with the new set coming out across time, and let's get into it, shall we? So first up, card we're going to talk about is War Gromon Ultimate Cup Across Time BT-12. Reason we're talking about this is just to see how the Ultimate Cups are actually holding up and moving. Not really crazy any movement here. People are buying more in the bundles on the Facebook market than they have been on TCG Player. So, I mean, really the most recent sale was 4.5, $205 basically. Not bad, but probably people won't buy until this is a lot lower, to be honest with you. And without Gallantmon proving itself, you have to wait and see if this is going to be an expensive card. On the other side, 100 euros to is not bad. It's in the 100 euro range for most of its low end, which is pretty solid actually. A lot cheaper than our $200 range, and we'll see most people aren't even touching that, so that's kind of surprising. Now we have across time booster boxes. So BT-12 looking like $78. So kind of dipping down a bit, which is kind of good to see that this is actually pretty decently fair price. You're not overly paying. So, I mean, most boxes you buy are like $75 if you're lucky at some stores, and some other stores are in the $80 range. So a little bit of cheaper value here is not bad. So saving a few bucks, especially if shipping is included, that's not terrible. Buying a few boxes, you're definitely saving the long game. So definitely very interesting to me. Across time is pretty solid. On the Europe market, though, we're looking like $84. Not terrible. 84 euros is not terrible at all on the Europe market side. The only thing downside is that on Europe's side, the UK just got announced that they have a delay coming, and that's going to really ruin your parade pretty much. So stuff like that really sucks. Emperor Greymon across time BT-12. I expect this to come down. I do not expect it to hold this $10 range. People are buying it. I feel bad. You should not be buying at the $10 range. It definitely comes down once product is open at a mass quantity. Give it at least 2 more weeks and this is going to come down. So don't go hyping to buy this right away. It's not going to sell as soon as possible. You have to be basically, to make sure this gets to you on time, you have to live in Oregon. So to be honest with you, it's not worth it, in my opinion, at all to do that. That's just me. So if you're really wanting to test your limits, to think that this $10 that you're paying $40 for 4 copies of this card, it's not worth it. It's too overly priced, and that's just kind of there. Emperor Greymon BT-12 looking like 16 euros, 15 euros. Nobody's buying it at that, which is good. And again, there's a delay in the UK market. So Shine Greymon across time BT-12. This is kind of the toss up here, and that is depends on if they're going to hit Shine Greymon or not, and that's the tough call. At the moment, it's like a hit or miss question, and I don't know what's going to happen, because especially since this card is quite powerful for each yellow, red, or each yellow and or red tamer you have in play. One of your opponent's Digimon and all your opponent's secure Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. And then all turns, all your Marcuses in play get plus 3,000 DP and security plus 1. So it's quite powerful, and it's one of the cards that is going to stick around for a while. What is this going to do? I mean, it's a tough call. I mean, $10 is kind of high, and I don't see the value there. I know it's going to come down. We know it's going to come down. It's just how that goes. Shine Greymon BT-12, 16 euros to 18 euros. Not worth it. Examon from Dragonic Roar. Actually coming down, boys and girls. Good to see it coming down. Really want to see it come down. It's one of those cards that are just a little too overly priced for its own good. And I think that's justified. I mean, it's not topping any major events. It hasn't even topped yet in any capacity, even in the Ultimate Cup. So it puts a lot of restrictions in place. Europe side, 30 euros. We're kind of cheaper this time around. We're kind of looking good on them. it's been a hot second since we've been cheaper than them on the Eximon, and they've been kind of the ones lower than us, so it's good to see that they're the pricier one instead. Fly Bullet Premium Deck Set, Double Diamond, BT-09. Climbing up, boys and girls. Climbing up. 11 for basically $12. Bella Star, or BL Star, is going up. I think it's just a really unique situation. The deck definitely got some decent support with the advanced deck set, and going into next set definitely helps it out as well. And then finally an EX4, that deck gets the best top end it needed in a long time. Shine Greymon Ruin Mode is basically what this deck needed for a hot second. And to be honest with you, more and more as time goes on, 7 cost options are just better, gets better and better. The way the deck is playing is more mill strategy centric, so you're just hoping to mill more. It's not terrible. Fly Bullet though, looking on the Europe side, looking more pricier than us on that market. So 17 to 16, crazy. Doraemon Alternate Art Next Adventure. I'm hoping this card comes down. It's showing a little bit of plateau in the $40 range, which, if people are comfortable in that range, be my guest. I am not picking it up at that price. Outside of that, nothing too crazy. On the Europe side, though, we're looking like 26, 30 euro range. This is kind of where I would like to pick it up in, but that's just me. Shoutmon ×7 Dimensional Phase, BT-11. Going up. Shoutmon proving itself this format that it is one of the decks to beat. Will it continue to be one of the best decks in the format? Who knows? Again, decks like this, paired to the Japanese meta, a lot of Japanese players stop playing a certain deck after the next point. They're just not highly interested in it. They want to play something new. They want to play something more unique. They want to be different than just playing Shoutmon. Shoutmon's kind of just a stale strategy after a certain point, and people just put it down. Is this deck going to be like the Boogeyman, like Blue Hybrid? Probably. This deck will probably keep coming in and out of formats very easily once we get a few more sets in, just because Shoutmon ×7 Superior Mode is a card that helps the deck out in a small gappy way, but it's definitely a very powerful deck indeed. And there's just so much potential. Looking like a $3 card is not terrible. On the Europe side, let's take a look. It is climbing up. €1 though, about to €2 range. There's plenty of stuff in the €2 range to €1 range, so nothing too crazy on that market. Deltamon from Digimon promotional cards. Thank God it's coming down. If anybody had told you to use this in Black War Greymon, they are smoking something fierce, because this is not a card you want to play. It's a bad card. It's not searchable. It's not any XYZ in any capacity usable. You have to open it and draw it in your hand. Every time you have to search, you're going to bottom deck this thing. There's just no reason for you to use it except for its reduced cost. It's just not worth it. There's no consistent way of searching this card out, and that's just bad game design. Yes, on the Europe, we had one Ulti Cup wear this top with it. It made the hype go way too crazy. It's just not worth it, boys and girls. It's not a deck that, even with other decks we've seen so far, it's just not worth it at all. On the Europe side, let's see. We're looking like €5 to €6 range. Crazy. Not terrible. We'll take a look at the foil department. Looking like in the same range. We're looking like €6 to €8, which is not terrible. That's kind of our regular priced regular art. For foils, and that's not terrible. Sparrowmon Alternate Art from Crossheart. Cross encounters BT-10. For Crossheart, you know the drill here. Not even played in his Twilight deck, which upsets me a little bit. But hey, it's just what it is, right? I mean, hey, you know. To be honest with you, it's kind of overly inflated. I don't see that much value in it. Europe side, 15 euros to 30 euro range. Not terrible. Galactimon from Alternate Art Dimensional Phase BT-11. This deck is a sleeper pick. I think people are sleeping on it very easily. I think there's just BT-12 is going to be a force to be reckoned with, but you have to wait to BT-13 to give this thing the support it needed. To be honest with you, once it gets the promo, it definitely speeds up the deck in its clock, and it fixes a little bit of its issues that it had for a hot second. But now, just for now, it's a good deck, but with the amount of DGG evolution in the format, it's really tough. I mean, if Galactimon himself had a DDG evolution effect, I think he would have done really well in this format. But the fact is still, start your main phase, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack, really good, but, and it has a preventative measure, but the fact of DDG evolution is hurting this deck in such a powerful countermeasure, it's scary. On the Europe side, going up to 38 euros. Holy cow. 21 euros to about the 38 mark. Crazy to me. That's just crazy. Lightramon from the championship pack, the online participation. It's about $10, going down a little bit. Good to see it come down. There's only 12 listings, and there's just only so much here. And to be honest with you, what's going to happen is if the Vmon deck gets more armory stuff, you're going to expect this to go up for sure. On the Europe side, 10 euros to 8 euro range. Not many copies on the Europe market. Lobomon from the Premium Bandai pack. Good to see that we have the correct writing on it, and it's a cool alternate art for sure. It is just overly saturated, to be honest with you. On the US side, though, let's look at it. About $4. Kind of crazy, but it's coming down, so expect this to come down for sure. Just people that bought 4 boxes got plenty of it. Next card we're going to talk about is Alphamon Alternate Art X Record for $18. People are debating if this card is still worth it. We'll have to see. To be honest with you, Alphamon is pretty cool looking and sick looking as always, so we'll have to see what happens with this. On the Europe side, though, looking like 17 euros to 20 euro range. Not terrible. Goromon Box Topper from X Record BT-09. So this card is going up little by little, but it's a little bit cheaper than when it was, $8. It's just kind of just in this range now. So good to see that this card is coming down a little bit, and I hope it keeps coming down. Europe side, though, looking like the 5 euro range to 7 euro range. Of course, this card is mandatory in any Greymon deck you play, especially if you value DP more than you value draw. Ignitemon, our last card we're going to talk about, going up a little by little on that pre-release stamp. Not terrible. I think this is where we're going to see the height of it all. So, not bad, not bad. On the Europe side, though, looking like no stock left. They only have 1 copy left. Holy cow. Wow. So, guys, what did you think of the Market Watch? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!